What if I told you that the future of medicine might look a lot like playing a video game? These are magnetic microbots, just millimeters in size. They bend, they move, they twist, all in response to magnetic fields. And get this, the fields can be controlled with a regular gaming controller. It feels just like you're playing a video game, allowing for incredibly precise movements. They can turn, roll, and even grasp and jump. In some of my earlier work, I actually used a micro-robot, like a tiny bulldozer, pushing around blocks of material, even played a game of Tetris with it. The big idea here is that this same technique could one day be used to assemble human organ tissues, carefully arranging different types of cells into specific patterns, block by block. So, how are these incredible little machines made? The process is genius. First, tiny rare earth magnets are magnetized in a powerful magnetic field. Then, they're mixed into a U-vecurable resin. This mixture is poured into a mold placed over a rotating magnet, which creates an adjustable magnetic field. All the tiny magnets in the resin align with this field. When the perfect orientation is achieved, a UV light hardens that specific spot, locking the magnets in place. By adjusting the field and curing the resin section by section, you get a flexible device with magnets embedded in a specific pre-programmed pattern. This pattern is the secret sauce that dictates how the microrobot moves in response to an external magnetic field. Think of it like this. If you have multiple compass needles within a flexible device, and you apply a vertical magnetic field, they'll all try to align with it. This creates a predictable bending motion. With the right sequence of magnetic fields, the results can be stunningly sophisticated. Watch this. A micro-robot picks up a block, rolls over to a ramp, climbs it, drops the block at the top, and then rolls right back to where it started. The precision is mind-blowing. The ultimate goal is to use these devices for medical applications inside the human body. Imagine sending a device into fluid-filled areas or your gastrointestinal tract. You could swallow a capsule that travels passively, with no wires. At just the right moment, a doctor could activate it externally to open a small chamber, taking a sample of your stomach contents, or even a tiny biopsy from the intestinal wall. But grippers aren't the only kind of microbots that might be exploring our bodies. Another research group has developed even smaller, peanut-shaped magnetic particles. Under the right magnetic field, they assemble into swarms. This swarm can change its shape on command, forming a vortex where particles move together like a school of fish, a chain where they line up and travel single file, or a ribbon that moves sideways. One of the most exciting potential uses for these swarms is targeted drug delivery. Each tiny magnetic particle could carry a small dose of medicine and be guided directly to a tumor or an infection, minimizing side effects. To make a swarm useful, you need to keep it aggregated so you can track it. But what if it needs to get through a narrow blood vessel? That's where the shape-shifting comes in. The swarm can stretch into a thin line, squeeze through the tight space, and then regroup on the other side. Who knows, one day you might even have swarms of magnetic microbots cleaning the plaque off your teeth. In fact, some researchers are already using them to clear out biofilms, those sticky communities of bacteria that build up on medical implants and, yes, your teeth. So, a great question to ask is, does this magnetic control idea replace older sci-fi concepts of self-powered nanobots? Well, the huge advantage of magnetic fields is scalability. We can create magnetic microbots the size of a single cell or as large as several centimeters, and the principles are the same. It offloads all the complex stuff like power and computation to equipment outside the body. You can have a big computer, powerful magnetic coils, and even medical imaging all working together. The microbot inside you is just the mechanical hand, while the rest of the robot is sitting on a table next to you. It's a clever way to simplify the part that actually goes into the patient. Hey, this episode is supported by viewers like you on Patreon and by Audible. There's no better place to listen. Listening makes us smarter, more connected people, and there's no better time to start than now with a 30-day trial. You get your first audiobook plus 2 Audible Originals for free when you go to audible.com/Veritasium or text Veritasium. That's VERATSIUM 500 to 500. If you're looking for a great listen, I highly recommend How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. It's a fascinating book about the new science of psychedelics, and it's narrated by the author himself. I'm actually listening to it right now, and it might just be changing my mind about consciousness itself. What's incredible is how new this field is and what it's revealing about how all of our brains work. Honestly, listening to books like this makes me look forward to getting stuck in traffic. It reduces my stress because I feel like I'm learning something instead of just wasting time. With Audible, you get 3 titles each month, 1 audiobook and 2 Audible Originals. You cue in to hear anywhere else. If you don't like a book, you can swap it. No questions asked. The books are yours to keep forever, even if you cancel. Just go to audible.com/Ferretesium or text Ferretesium to 500 to check out their incredible selection. I want to thank Audible for their support, and I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. See you next time.